Oh god. Ah. Okay, I guess that was a good way for me to test my audio. So it's working. Alright, just need to check on some more things. I'll be right there in a bit. I'll be right there in a bit. Alright, looks like stream is a go. Hello everyone, my name is Moodyguts Gamer, and today we are playing Limbus Company. So, last time we were here, we just finished Intervallo 3, Yield My Flesh to Claim Their Bones. And because we finally finished that, we can finally start on Canto 6. Wish we were here a little earlier, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So now we're going to be starting to learn about Heathcliff's backstory and whatever is going on in Wuthering Heights that makes it so important. But before that... Oh. Hi Agony, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. But before that, I have a surprise for y'all. For this occasion... Limbus Company! Limbus Company! God, why is it still so loud? Are you them? How do you have so many points? I put it at 300. I'm gonna have to change that to... Oh god. Oh god. Limbus Company! Zero, stop! Hold on, I'm gonna change, okay, I am going to change that, oh god, I'm going to change that to fucking, I'm going to change that to fucking 600, because oh my god. Oh god. Alright, it's 600 now. Holy shit. Ah! How do you still have so many points? Oh wait, no, that was Agony this time. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Jello. Glad to have you here. Hi Lou, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you all here again. Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, wait, I think I'm back to my screen now. Hold up. Am I? Yes. 900 points well spent. Time for the British chapter? Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Lou. Glad to have you here again. Anyway, here's a surprise. Hiya! I hope that worked. Hold on, I have to check my Twitch just to see if it worked. Wait, did it work? Hold on, do I have to put it on a different, Wait, wait, hold up. I think I have to put it on a different keybind. It may not be working. Hey? Oh god! Ah! Nothing happened. Yeah, I think I might need to put it on a different keybind. Hold up. I don't think it works on... Okay, I don't think it works on... Hold on, assign new shortcut. Okay, what if I make it Alt... I don't know. Alt... Z? Maybe? And then I make the other one... This was supposed to be a nice surprise, but... Unfortunately, this too is scuffed. Okay, I guess assign new shortcut Alt X. I guess. Okay, Alt. So hopefully this works. Okay, Alt 2. I am here. Company. I'm here. Hello, Spring Foxy 1983. Glad to have you here. Oh, by the way, welcome to the stream, Don Quixote. welcome to Limbus Company. Okay, hopefully this works. There we go. Yes, I am a maid now. Just like a long time ago. I am maid. I figured that it's fitting because like Wuthering Heights is all about like maids and butlers and whatnot. I figured out how to be VTuber. You're even smaller than usual. Yeah, I think my original drawing for this was definitely like smaller. So, I am tiny. I am right over here, and small. But, you know, it is what it is. I gotta work with what I got. But yeah, we are maid. We have maid time. I got Yisung Heisho ID yesterday. Now I have a full team of Heisho. Nice! That's pretty cool. I still need Ryoshu and Rodion. Gotta get those guys before the season ends. Heyo, hello Army Productions. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. We are now made. And we are going to Wuthering Heights. Let's go. Come back, Heath. To the manor where the last vestiges of its beauty remain in its violet flowers. To the manor where its storm-broken breach has I can't speak anymore. I am sorry, Heathcliff. To the manor where its storm-broken breach has siphoned all that was once warm. To the manor that gave you not only life, but also scorn and desolation. To the manor where your whole place was the frozen corner that couldn't be further from the hearth. Return from the moors. Wait, yeah. It's time for you to come home. So this is what T-Corp's nest looked like. We had surprisingly little trouble making it past the nest's borders. I guess my concerns were unfounded. Well, somehow we made it through this nest checkpoint without any trouble. "'Tis nothing! Forsooth, such wild compliments are unnecessary, says I!" But we didn't say anything. She's grown so much. What did she even do? One of my favorite Don Quixote moments is in this canto. Nice. Man, I love sitting in the bed of a truck waiting for a parking lot to be empty. Nice. I don't know what the context is, but cool. Everyone seems awfully relaxed for having just entered a different nest. I guess everyone has gotten used to this by now. Humdrum, routine. I guess they'd be the words to describe the general sentiment among the sinners. Except for one, that is. Oh boy. We're headed to this place called Wuthering Heights next, right? I could tell from Heathcliff's glum expression that his mind was weighed down by all kinds of complicated concerns. Even less color? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Though his eyes were staring at the moving scenery past the windows, his mind was affixed on something that his eyes couldn't see. Something that lay but beyond the building's walls. Wuthering Heights, huh? That manor must have been built on one windy hill, huh? Yeah. Bloody Wuthering, like its namesake. Not a single corner of that place gave any comfort. Heathcliff's voice carried an unusually dark tone. The other sinners on the bus noticed this and began chatting him up. The context is the sentence? Ah, okay. A return to one's homeland must bring forth quite the tangled mass of emotions. Homeland? Well, I wasn't born here. I was raised here. I suppose that could still count as a homeland, in a way. Ah, Goodymutts, it is I. Hello, Ashblitz, it is you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here again. But it doesn't conjure in me the same feelings that a homeland is supposed to. That is to say, you've no idea how many times I imagined it, played it out in my head, returning to that bloody manor, smashing every little thing in that place to bits until there is nothing left. Oh boy. Sounds like there's some family issue, well, somewhat family issues in there. Okay, so you'll smash everything to bits. Then what? Did you really learn nothing from watching what I went through at the lake? I did learn something. If I ever lose the plot and push myself to the brink of no return, I trust that one of you louts will pull me right out of it. Are you giving us the permission to beat the sense back into you? Yeah, if that's what it takes. Oh, fuck. That expression on Heathcliff is very haunting to me. Like, jeez, it reminds me of when I look at myself in the mirror. Interesting. How far are we allowed to go with bodily harm? Amputation? Nerve mutilation? Maybe we can at least smack his head really hard? Alright, you cheeky bastards. Seriously, this ain't an invitation to use me as your emotional punching bag. I'm not in the mood to... Still, I think your present self can do this, Heathcliff. Huh? What do you mean, my present self? Heathcliff, your present self is deprived. You're poor, and you don't have anything left. What? Poor? I don't think that's quite the words I would use. Right now you're skipping past the pleasantries and going straight into the personal insults, yeah? I think you took my words the wrong way. Honglu is far from the most talkative sinner, but when he does speak, he usually has something insightful to say. Though, since he never says it in a way that's immediately obvious, his words are very prone to misunderstandings. In a way, we're all deprived, and that can change a lot of things. Maybe there are things that we can understand only when we're left with nothing. Rich Asian boy tells Brit he's broke. Exactly. Doth that poverty explain our currently unsightly lack of colorfulness? I mean, kinda, yeah. Don Quixote looks mournfully at everything around her, then at herself. She sounded like she was about to cry. Oh no! Everything that had been drained of color, since the moment we entered T-Corp through the back streets. It feels like even more of our colors have been taken away since then. I was wondering when we'd bring that up. Maybe we'll get our colors back soon. Or so I thought, like 10 hours ago. Are we going to be colorless forever? Are we going to be stuck in this gloomy hue for the rest of our lives? Seriously, nothing looks tasty in this sepia hue. I'm starting to lose even my will to live. Everything is in that sickly brown hue. Guys, even meat looks downright rotten in this color. Wait, isn't this like a reference to T-Corp, isn't this a reference to T-Corp, Rodion, where she talks about how she regrets seeing color or something? That's a bit of an overreaction, isn't it? Oh, and what about those guys? They've got color in their clothes. With an annoyed look, Rhodia gestured towards the people outside the bus. Okay, I am going to get Faust's lines right. A sufficient amount of payment must be paid in order to retrieve your colors. It must be emphasized that this question has been repeatedly answered on the 23 separate occasions. Woo! Yep, T. Rhodia references that? Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember her, like, acting very rude when I got her. Well, let me have a gander. His coat, his trousers... That bloke's not even that loaded. He's only trying to come off as though he is. Real toffs spare no cash to get even every single color back. Even to their trivial trinkets like the rims of their glasses. Did you also have to live without color when you lived here, Heathcliff? No, the manor had some color. Yeah. Though it was far from vibrant. Oh, good job, Moody? Huh? Agreed. This is the color of shit. Blood should have remained red. That poor sod's going to get himself jumped wandering about with that look. That's just enough color to invite bandits, but not enough to keep them away. Oh, fuck! Heathcliff's prediction came true soon enough. Several thieves surrounded the bloke who's only trying to come off as though he's loaded, and bashed him on the back of his head. Fie! A bunch of shameless villains they are! Preying on a weak civilian like a pack of hyenas. Are they what you would call a gang? The gangs of T-Corp have certainly seen better days. I wouldn't even call them a gang. They're just lowlives running out of time. That is a very specific sentence. You spoke a foul sentence without stuttering? Yeah, I did a good job. Thank you. Last time I was here, scum like him couldn't even dare to infest the streets so brazenly. There are gangs that aren't scummy? Of course! The gang I was in would never dogpile on some poor unarmed bloke like that. Holy shit, made moody? Yeah! It's fitting for this chapter. Also, welcome to the stream, Sam Beaver. Glad to have you here. Canto wants the vroom vroom. Can't vroom vroom with a roadblock. Well, there isn't much point waiting for the situation to resolve itself. Virgilius finally spoke up after quietly listening in our discussion for the last few minutes. Take care of them before Don Quixote starts making a fuss about it. Oh, an enactment of justice! I thank thee! He's really starting to get the hang of this, huh? Yeah, I fucking love that. Just, like, Virgilius is just used to Don Quixote's antics, so he's just like, you know what? I know what you're gonna do next. Just fucking do it. There is no time. Oh wait, shit. Hold up, I'm using the wrong team. That is, that is not a good team for me to use. You know what? Just because it's fitting, we're gonna use God, I would love to use heir of the Edgar family, or Edgar family heir Gregor. I forgot his name for a second. What the fuck? But unfortunately, I do not have him. I'm gonna go for this team for now. Oh wait, you gits! This one's ours! Wait, I gotta sound more... What is that, comp? It's a comp. What are those? Looks like you lots are running out low on time as well. Tough luck. We've only got 30 minutes ourselves. Wait. Oi, maybe they're one of the dead rabbits or something. 30 minutes? 30 minutes for what? Ain't possible. The old dead rabbits and their vigilantes are no more. All they do nowadays is staring at you funny from behind those odd masks. Masks? What are you? What? What are you? Bollocks! We don't have time for this. Let's kill him quick! They began rushing at us with bloodshot eyes, not giving Heathcliff time to even finish his sentence. Okay, from the way that they're talking about time, I'm gonna assume that they literally had to, like, buy time in order to stay alive. Holy shit, this looks cool! Oh, is that... It's the engineer. Engineer! Put dispenser here! Alright. Welcome to T-Corp. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna assume that you just, like, that, you know, considering that time is a currency, if you run out of time, you just die. I know that there's, like, a bunch of ways to die in the city. I still have a theory of mine, though, that, like, considering how good the health, well, maybe not healthcare, but like just health technology is in general, I have a theory that maybe the reason why there's that the population hasn't gone bad is probably because they have lots of ways to deal with diseases. But still, there's like lots of other ways to die, usually through violence, like this. The city loves human suffering. Yeah. Can't get enough of that shit. You know, with the amount of corpses there are in this game, I'm surprised that they haven't used any of the corpses to, like, reanimate any of the corpses to turn into, like, undead soldiers or something. But maybe I'm just spitballing ideas here. Hooray! We killed. Alright, there is no time to... And a little sneak peek, if you don't get enough T-Corp lore, next intervallo is all about T-Corp shenanigans. Oh, okay. Good to know. Oi! Nice hat you got there. Where'd you get it? I'm sorry. Please take everything. Take as much time as you want. Here's my watch. Sir Heathcliff! Heathcliff was looming over the man and growling threateningly. He certainly fit the look of a villain from this particular angle. Oh, poor Heathcliff. Lass, I was just complimenting him for his sharp fashion choices. The lad's overreacting. This is literally everything I have. I don't got any more money for ransom. Even if you were to kidnap me. Please don't kidnap me. I've got a family. They're all waiting for me to come home. The man we inadvertently saved from the hands of thieves was shuddering and screaming incoherently, almost to an unnatural degree. And we were still not out of the dark alleyways where other thieves might be waiting to get the jump on us. The hell is that racket? Oh, well. What do we have here? I think I'm seeing loads of time rolling in right before us. 10 minutes. No, we'll take 5 minutes too. Hand it over now. Why the hell is every fella here so obsessed with time? If you won't give it up so willingly, we'll have to kill you all and take that clock for ourselves. Huh? Clock? Wait, me? Yes, you! What other person has a clock? Alright, time to kill. Almost like we have regulations. Well, since it's lore from Ruina and Lobotomy Corp, I think it's fine if I tell you. But the head have some taboos that forbid shit, including what you just suggested in resurrecting people. Oh, interesting. I probably would commit that taboo if I was in the city. Just become a very terrifying necromancer or something. Nice. My god. Hope you can deal with the claw visiting you, because the head know everything. Oh yeah, I think I know something about them. Yep, they don't take kindly to you not following the rules. Wait, I thought it was the hand, not the claw. Maybe I got the names wrong. So, we already fought one member of the middle. They're definitely, like, no joke. You. Oh, poor dude. Moody, are you planning to play Ruina at some point? Yes. I actually am. Quiet, or you'll attract even more of them to us. Shut your gob right now, or we'll feed you to the meat grinder back at our rickety cannibal bus. Is that clear? Oh, you're thinking of something else? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, so are they... The middle is the syndicate? Yeah, aren't they a part of, like, the hand or something? One of the 5 fingers? Yeah, the hand. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and pinky. Yeah. The head is the ABC corpse. Oh. Okay, I thought it was like the syndicate. Ah, okay. Alright, I'm getting it now. Oh, hello, Moral Shroomer. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Hi. Hello. Currently playing some just started on Canto 6 and decided to dress up for the occasion. Alright. I had the exact same misunderstanding, don't worry. Ah, okay. Good to know. Alright, back to voice acting. Then, you're not here to kidnap me? No, for the... I don't even know how many times we've told you. Of course not, indeed, for we are the Limbus fix just to... She's trying so hard not to say it. The passerbys of justice. Sir Heathcliff here can be rather brutish in his manner of speech. That is all. Right. Passerby of justice. So why are they asking us for time, not money? Maybe time's just another commodity to be sold and bought here. Yeah, like luck. Guys, is it just me again? The T Corp pamphlet guide. Did no one really... Oh, that's actually kind of funny that, like, that Ishmael... that Ishmael is the only one who reads the pamphlets of these places, and everyone else is just like, oh, I guess I'm gonna learn as I go. It's kind of funny that Ishmael is also, like, the secondary... or... yeah, secondary character who gives information. Ishmael's eyes start to glaze over. Once again, she may be the only sinner who bothered to read up on our destination. In T-Corp, also known as Time Track Corporation. Its citizenry utilizes timepieces as personal identification. They oft trade with time instead of physical currency. Their means of transaction done via the timepieces they carry. Most laborers in these lands are rewarded for their efforts with time. Thanks for the explanation, Yi-song. I'll let it slide this time. So, is this going to be a problem? Otis is the only one of us who carries a watch. Oh, you mean her broken wristwatch? I always thought that wearing a stopwatch was a neat fashion statement. It's not a fashion item. It never was. How insolent of you to assume. I've actually been... Right, I've been meaning to ask. What got you so freaked out about a kidnapping earlier? Oh, there's a pretty scary rumor of indiscriminate kidnappings going on around these T-Corp streets. These are abandoned streets. So when I saw a dozen or so people running around together, I was scared that you guys might be the infamous kidnapping syndicate or something. We need more details. I want the who, when, where, what, how, and why. Proceed. God, Otis is so proficient. People have been going missing around here. This kind of became the last known location for a bunch of missing people. Everyone becomes a shut-in during the foggy days, because they don't want to get kidnapped. Look, it's even in the front page of the Times newspaper. Mysterious kidnapping fear sweeps district. Not even a single body found. I can keep reading if you want. Mersault, Rhodia, and Don Quixote began enthusiastically reading the sensationalized titles and the attached articles on the newspaper he showed us. Oh. I gotta get that. I gotta check out that award-winning eatery. It's not so far from where we are. God damn it, Rhodia. Aha! So the time retrieval fixers have said as much in these interviews. Are you guys even reading the same article? That's right. There's a lot less people around here than I remember. The street used to be packed with workers headed to the factory jobs and inventors selling their useless trinkets. It's never been this empty. This empty street of T Corp was filled with fog. The bustling crowd from Heathcliff's memories nowhere to be seen. Huh, well guess my pal Insert Sinner, whose Canto is currently here, will tell me what's going on, they all say. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, gotta let the resident explain the lore. It makes sense. I know I keep saying this. This Canto is peak, by the way. I know I keep saying this, but it keeps getting better and better. Oh, alright. This one is many favorites. Many's favorites Canto to date. Yeah, I've heard a lot of praise about this one. Maybe the lack of color made the fog appear even thicker. This reminds me of the kidnapping rumor we heard when we were working down the Blade lineage case. Missing people. Maybe there really is a messed up kidnapping, human trafficking syndicate roaming in this area. I've never heard of such a syndicate strutting about this place. Back when I lived here, at least. It is a statistical impossibility for a human trafficking syndicate to have zero evidence to leave behind. There is bound to be one or two they let slip between their fingers. Especially if this syndicate is so prolific to the point of indirectly discouraging the public from leaving their homes. A body or two will invariably be found. If they really didn't leave any bodies, then maybe it's worse than just your usual murders. Maybe it'll be more dangerous the more we look into it. If it's not just another violent tragedy, then maybe there's more to this than we think. Maybe there's some powerful organization pulling the strings. You know, there's a lot of conjecture to make from the fact that no bodies have been found. I'm sorry? Guys, the night ain't in the back streets. A single sweep from those sweepers leave nothing behind. Every trash in the back streets, including corpses, is completely cleaned up. Right. They clean up even corpses, yeah? Of course, it's kind of scary when they clean up more than just trash. Yeah, the idea of sweepers really freaked Sinclair out for a while. That's because Rhodia kept making funny noises and sweeper impressions at me every night. So wait, so there's like a group of sweepers called the Knights? Or... Actually, no, never mind. I think I misunderstood that. Second best Canto in my opinion. Don beats it though. Yeah, I've also heard about Don Quixote as being hype. A mysterious case of missing persons in a street shrouded in thick, heavy fog. It's almost as if we are in the middle of some scary urban legend. Not that I'm scared. Not at all. Don't force yourself to laugh, Sinclair. Do you know what a sweeper is, Moody? No, not exactly. I'm guessing it's a type of cleaner. Like, someone who just cleans up the stuff, but like, in a more, brutal way, I'm assuming. Nope, they're just called sweepers? Oh, okay. But you do meet those later. Oh, okay. Truth Harpoon? I don't like this at all. We're this scared so soon after entering the nest? Everyone seems to be on edge. Thanks to the unsettling story we had earlier. I know what to do. Hey, Heathcliff, that invitation. Can you read it out loud for us again? It will be a good idea to remind ourselves of our current mission. Besides, I could use a refresher myself. It's just an invitation. There ain't anything special about it. The neatly folded invitation Heathcliff produced from his pockets completely betrayed his attempts at appearing aloof. It was folded with such tender care that it almost resembled a neat paper craft. He cleared his throat. Sometime later. Please, honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. And? Bollocks. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. Damn! It's so funny that they're just making fun of him for, like, Kathy. This wasn't exactly what I had in mind when I asked him to read that letter. What are we, a party crowd at some dive bar? Oh, that wasn't what we were going for? I knew this would happen. I ain't even mad. Besides, all she said is that she'd be waiting. She never said she missed me or wanted to see me. Come on, bud. Just look at the way she wrote it. Here. Let me see. Some sinners gather in a circle, like they're doing literary analysis of the invitation letter. Maybe I was worrying too much. They're like school kids opening their first love letters. What? Were you never ever interested in those things, Sinclair? I was a good, diligent student. The only things I ever cared about were my textbooks and the school lectures. Oh. She might go, yeah. How the no girls GC react to that one friend getting a girl. Yeah. Damn. Sinclair, thy countenance appeareth to be turning rosy again. For the last time I said, it's genetics. What about you, Dante? Oh, never mind. Hey, what's with that oddly sorry look on your face? And a certain white-haired girl? Wait, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, right. I've been hearing about the whole Faust thing. I really want to figure out that story part up for myself, eventually. But, you know, I'll get the answers soon. I'd rather the game explain it to me rather than other people. The manager has no need for your sympathy. I am certain that there are those who appreciate their unique appearance. Huh? Is it not odd? What, that someone actually wrote Heathcliff a love letter? Oh my, Yi-sang. That is such a rude thing to say. No. I had no intentions of relaying such crass sentiments to... Just kidding, Yi-sang. Just kidding. I was thinking the same thing. Since we're not looking for a lobotomy corp branch since we're not looking for a lobotomy corp branch of T-Corp, since we're heading to this Wuthering Heights manor instead, I suppose that's where we'll find the golden bough. That was precisely what I had intended to convey, Miss Ishmael. Thank you for bringing that up. I was starting to get tired of being the bringer of unpleasant news. Critical miss. Mersol loves clankers. Cromer dog? I was talking about Cromer? Ah! I honestly forget that her hair is white because it's such an odd color to me. My bad. I got work tomorrow. I'ma go sleep. Alright, sleep well, Sam. Have a good stream, boss. Thank you. Are you wuthering your heights? I am. I got the occasion for this. As you can see, I am a maid now. I am not normally a maid. Also, welcome to the stream, Flowerheart. Glad to have you here. Hopefully, none of you are under the impression that we're headed to Wuthering Heights because of some invitation Heathcliff received. Because if you are, you'll be sorely disappointed. Right, so if we're looking at the context she wrote in this, and... Wait. Right, so if we're looking at the context she wrote this in, what she's really trying to say here is... No, Bud, you gotta look at the tone she used here. Sure, moving on. Alright, gotta get myself ready to read Faust's stuff. There was a report from the LCCB that a golden bough has been observed. They narrowed its location down to somewhere within the Wuthering Heights Manor. But there was a significant risk on account of the Manor's unique security system that prevented the before team from conducting their on-site preliminary survey. The exact location of the bough is yet to be identified. Oh boy. It's pretty hard to speak like Faust. I'm reading OC lore I wrote like 2 years ago. Want to hear about it? I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to be told of OC lore. Unique security measures? Not sure if I remember anything like that. Right, then it's even more odd. No other ways to put it. Can I at least tell what she is like? Sure. Indeed, though I remain ignorant of the monetary value and the public perception of its worth, I do know that the golden bough is not an item so easily obtainable that it may be housed in a normal private manor. It can be shared that the golden bough wasn't always located inside the manor. I see. Then the golden bough, its previous location in an unknown area within the T-Corp's Lobotomy Corp branch, has been transferred to the manor for a reason we are yet to be aware of. Yeah, this is kind of being strange. Like, what is exactly going on in Wuthering Heights that they obtained this golden bough? Right. Then this Catherine person will be playing a major part of this operation. To have a golden bough all to herself in that manner. And she's gotta be one confident woman too. Confident enough to believe that Heathcliff will come to the manor just to see her face, even if it wasn't for the golden bough. None of this conversation seemed to even register to Heathcliff, however. Oi! Let me know if you see a barbershop or a boutique nearby. This isn't a tour bus, Heathcliff. We will not make unnecessary stops like the ones you suggest. Alright, I get it. And why don't you just leave me behind and go on ahead? I'll catch up. So Heathcliff, I've been watching the shops very closely. But I haven't noticed a single open shop. It might be because of the rumors from earlier, and the fog. Why don't you just leave it to us? Rhodia and I... What the hell are you... Wait! God, there's something so funny about those scenes where, like, they force the character to, like, change and give them a haircut and shit. Next one is also a story chapter. Oh, hey, looks like we're about to enter the gates. She is an ice magical girl who travels the multiverse and attacks her alternate versions out of jealousy/envy because she is convinced she can't be good in any world. Oh, I love her. Clarissa and Garamond, my beloved. That sounds like a pretty interesting idea. I've also had like a similar OC of like believing she is not good. It's quite interesting of the idea of a character who truly fully believes themselves to be evil. So yeah, your OC sounds like an interesting one at that. At least in my personal opinion. Alright, on to the next thing. Something tells me there's gonna be a lot more story. Alright, the bus emerged from the back streets into a rather quiet-looking village. The fog was still thick, and everything was still in that faded hue. Even the occasional sightings of pedestrians have ceased. The very idea of color variation seemed like an alien concept here. All I see are orange-hued lights coming through the window of misty gray buildings. It was as though everyone decided to stay indoors for the day. Hello? Hello, Ricardo Limbus! Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I feel like I've seen you before. I've seen two Ricardos appear at some point. Probably from Mirror Worlds, I don't know. So I don't know if I should say, welcome to the stream, glad to have you here again or not. 5:30? Oh yes, I truly enjoyed 5:30. Quite a thrilling battle. I would love to have it again. I can't even tell where we are, or how close we are from our destination anymore. Have you been here by any chance, Yisong? He was the only other sinner who had spent a while in T-Corp, so I decided to ask if he recognized anything, but it was evident that the scenery was unfamiliar to him. Though I have resided here for some time, most of my hours were spent earning a living and conducting my research when I could afford to do so. Thus, I have not ventured freely the streets of T-Corp. I can't imagine doing any research at a place like this. Can't have been easy. Like, I have this, whole OC lore that she and her girlfriend ended up bad in every world, since a lot of the times Clarissa is a villain and Angie is a hero. Interesting. It is quite manageable once one grows accustomed to the monochromatic. Why can't I read monochromatic? It is quite manageable once you grow. It is quite manageable once one grows accustomed to the monochromatic sight. The presence of variance in color itself is a concept alien to those who are born and raised in these lands. And I had shoulders of those that I could lean on, even for a fleeting moment. It helps to have such support when acclimating to a place as foreign as this. Yisung looks away to a place far beyond here. Memories of his past, most likely. Yeah. That guy has lots more issues to resolve. And lots more things to think about. I think about that sometimes with some of the sinners. Like, yeah, they dealt with some of their problems, but they still have things to do. Like, we still need to encounter Gubo eventually. We still need, like, Sinclair to resolve his situation with Demian. Like, we don't know exactly what's so important to of Sinclair to Demian. And also, Rodion and Gregor are still dealing with their own antagonists. So, eventually we'll be able to see what goes on there. Did you ever hear anything about what T-Corp's singularity is? As all singularities are, its true nature, its mechanisms and functions are all something of an enigma. Yet, Yisung paused and carefully began to speak. I am aware is that it has aught to do with time, though I am unsure of its use. Well, I suppose all this is but meaningless conjecture, and only Faust among us must be aware of the answers. Its singularity is one of the reasons T-Corp constantly drains colors from its inhabitants. What's time got to do with color? If the control of time is so imperative to T-Corp's operations, then they must also control the realm of light. Yeah, I kind of figured that it would have something to do with light. Because, like, light still travels. It still moves in a certain amount of time. So I'm assuming that, like, similar to how, like, in JoJo, like, time stops and then everything goes black and white, this must be, like, a similar case. And that would also make sense why the T-Corp IDs, like, have that sudden color change. As light inherently has much to do with the spectrum of colors, these two subjects eventually overlap. That is as far as I could deduce regarding the concept of time that I am aware of. Yet, it must also be said that it takes time for me to reach Faust's specific knowledge regarding T-Corp's singularity. Faust, known among us for her maybe, and perhaps, rarely ever gave us answers this detailed. Then now's the time to ask her all of my questions. Miss Faust, as we discuss the subject of time, indeed, it would be safe for us to move on from the subject of T-Corp at this time. Aww. There she goes again, teasing us with stuff that she's not going to tell us anyway. Well, I guess I should be glad I decided that she decided to tell us this much. I doubt she'll tell us more no matter how much we pry. Yeah, I'm guessing that Dante was going to ask something about about their prosthetic. Considering that involves a lot about clock and how it's like turned back the clock and whatnot, and how their power is technically not regeneration but restoration. And it seems that Faust knows more than any other character about, like, Dante's whole situation. That's kind of sad. That there are people who's never seen color their whole lives, all because of this singularity. Well, that's just how it goes, isn't it? In the eyes of a stranger, we'd be just another one of those poor, miserable people who'd never seen color. That's the danger in trying to your That's the danger in trying your very first bite of meat. You taste it once, and you'll never unknow the flavor. And in the end, you'll start to wish you never tried it. Oh, hey, another reference to T-Corp Rhodia. Honestly, I love Dante, my wonderful non-binary protagonist. Yeah, I love them too. I really like how, like, Limbus Company gave us a very, like Dante feels like their own person, rather than, like, a simple self-insert gacha character. If that makes sense. I thought you will say to Lobotomy Corp, Lamau. Oh no, T Corp. Welcome to Tilted Towers. Thank you for joining the stream. Hold on, I'm going to hold up. My setup is kind of strange. I forgot to check out the activities. Welcome to the stream, Pet God Captain Ahab. Oh shit, it's Ahab herself. Holy fuck. The fault lies with Ishmael, as one once said. Maganera. I'm assuming that's like one of her lines. Tilted Towers real? Tilted Towers are truly real. Yep, Ahab? Yep, there's Ahab. It is pretty disappointing that even the sun loses its vibrancy here. Oft did I long to see the colors of the sky, especially the sky that looms over a light shower of rain. Wait, isn't there literally an ego called Light Shower? Yeah, things like the color of the sky, too. You long to see it only because you've seen its beauty. If you were born here, never to escape its borders to the last of your days without ever seeing this blue sky, then I'd hardly call death that miserable. Sun shower. Ah! Okay. I thought he was like referencing the Fox ego. Or how fandom called it, Potential Man. Yeah, I actually own Potential Man. Wait, hold up. I can use Potential Man here. I heard that he's good in this. Calling even that miserable is nothing but sheltered arrogance. What are we talking about? I forgot, Rodion. I guess that could also be true. The atmosphere in the bus suddenly became incredibly frosty. Oh, hey, speaking of color, I got something to ask ya. Have you guys ever heard of the colors game? Apparently each type of personality has corresponding color. Rhodia, who was the one to chill the bus in the first place, was also the first to break the ice. Yay. If Yisung enjoys the light blue color of the sky, then, let's see, you must be a thinker and a philosopher who prefers the calm and quiet. I love how small Sinclair is. Yeah, me too. Tiny. He looks like he could fit in the palm of my hand. I love him. Oh no, I forgot to turn off the thingamabob. Oh well. Oh, how did you come to know that? That is quite the remarkable talent you have. I mean, wouldn't it be obvious just by knowing Yisung in general? Hark! Hark! I wish my favorite color to be rated as well. Forsooth, I quite fancy the color red. Nay, yellow! Nay, red! Nay! Now wait your turn. Photobombed again. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the thingamabob for Steam. Now wait your turn. Next in the order is Faust. Wait up. I know exactly what you're about to say. You are about to say, Faust does not hold much beliefs in such ideations. Or something like that, right? Which is exactly what people who like the color white would say. I'm right, aren't I? Like your hair is white too. I will not comment further on this subject. I fucking love that Rodion just fucking clocked her like that. You know how all the sinners have associated colors? Yeah. Yeah. Like Rodion is red, Don Quixote is yellow, Heathcliff is purple, Mersault is blue? Yeah, I think it's blue. Gregor is brown, Sinclair's green, Otis is... Ow, fuck, I hurt my tooth. Is Otis also green? I can't remember. I need to continue to work on my pre-cure AU. Nice. Photobombed again? Yeah. Me? My favorite color? What a stupid question. That's naff, lass. But I like... He pauses. A great manners began to emerge into our view from a distance. I could immediately tell that this was the Wuthering Heights manor Heathcliff had mentioned. This is definitely going to be violet. His favorite color is definitely going to be violet. Sinners are very magical girl adjacent, after all. Yeah. Wait, I believe you're the one who told me about, like, the sinners being magical girls. Yeah, I think that's who you are. Well, welcome back. Glad to have you here again. Mersault is, like, a dark bluish, I think? Yeah. And Otis is a dark green? Ah, okay. So Sinclair is light green. Yes, Lamau. Alright. Black. Black? Interesting color choice. It's the color you get when you dump an entire set of paint into a bucket, isn't it? He doesn't look happy about the color black. That's exactly why I tolerate it. I keep throwing paint over paint, and you get black. Simple. My point stands, though? Yeah, you're definitely correct. I can clearly hear that Heathcliff is mothering through his gritted teeth. I have a feeling that black wasn't always his favorite color. Yeah. Like, usually people are more, like... are more poetic with their favorite color. You know? I certainly am. I have a feeling that black wasn't always his favorite color. Oh, that's it? Okay. Yeah, purple is probably his favorite color? Yeah. I've seen a lot of people associate him with violet. Oh man, we got another story. Boring. Get out, Heathcliff. Yeah, at least be a little more interesting in why you chose black. Like, you could say that black works with everything. Or you could be goth. You know, that could work too. Two things changed the moment the Wuthering Heights manor appeared over the horizon. Mirror. I need a mirror. Anybody got a mirror? Come on, anyone? What has gone into you, Heathcliff? This mirror isn't... One was Heathcliff, who was suddenly overcome with intense anxiety. And the other was the weather that grew dark and tempestuous all of a sudden. What a terrifying noise. Was the weather always this awful? It was always this windy, yeah. Almost like a constant tempest. But this thunder and lightning? Well, the weather at Wuthering Heights was always this awful, thunder or not. That really is one massive manor, if it looked that big from this far away. Caroline can't see well. Not sure if this is the right place, but we're here. I'm an avid Orange fan. Based. Lightning goes boom. Eyes go ow. Aww. Baby. She's fucking... Caroline is so freaking adorable. I love her. My favorite color is green? That's nice. I think mine would definitely be... Yeah, mine would definitely be purple. It's quite a unique color. It is quite a lovely one. This manor looked as though it came straight out of the dark, oh wait. This manor looked as though it came straight out of a dark Gothic tale full of mysteries. I was half expecting to hear a haunting cry echoing from its windows. So are we just waiting for Virgilius to go off the bus again? When hasn't that been the case, Manager Bud? I mean, it's not like we're digging into a lobotomy corp branch, or entering one of the wings, right? It's just a manor, so I don't see what's stopping him from coming with us. Now, off the bus. There we go. Caroline and I will wait outside until we're done with our mission. I love when Rodion is being so cheeky, like fucking predicting people, like what people would say. None of the sinners were hiding their dissatisfaction with Virgilius. Some of them were even standing with their arms crossed. By the looks of your faces, clearly, you all collectively have something to say. Of course not. I would hardly ever dare to challenge thee. Well, maybe not every sinner. We've gone through a lot of things, survived various trials and tribulations that could have been easily handled had Virgilius been there with us. So, Virgilius. Looks like Ishmael decided to step up as our representative. You introduced yourself to us as our guide, didn't you? So what kind of guide just tosses everyone at the start of the journey and goes off on their own with the bus driver? What are you guys even doing? I want to make it clear that I am not being a hard-ass for no good reason. I'm asking you because I want to trust you. After all, we're technically all in the same boat. We're co-workers. I'd say the least you can do is to tell us where we are headed. Virgilius held his silence for a moment. His brows were not as furrowed as they usually are, which was only an indicator to me that he wasn't as offended as to hear this as I thought he would be. Just like you sinners who joined the this Limbus company via your individual contracts, I also signed a contract with a specific clause and conditions I must abide by. Huh? The company made thee, a color most illustrious, sign a contract as well? Of course I did. Why would I be babysitting you children on this bus otherwise? I'm not one to work for free. I don't want to bother detailing each and every clause of my contract to you, nor should I. But, Ishmael, I quite like that you used the word trust in your speech, so I believe that you deserve at least a brief explanation. I am not supposed to retrieve the golden boughs myself, nor am I allowed to provide you with any direct support. The contract stipulates that I must leave everything to the manager and the sinners. Why the hell would you sign a contract like that? As always, it's meaningless to ask me why. Contracts are rarely ever fully understood by those that are not a part of it. But what I can tell you is that when I ask you sinners to leave this bus for a mission, I suppose in a way I say it with a lighter heart than I used to. I am no longer concerned that, in my desire to fulfill the conditions for every clause in my contract, the manager might be irreversibly hurt. I would be left with nothing if such a thing were to happen. Okay, so I'm guessing he's only really supposed to show up if I'm in danger. Like, truly in danger. Like, there's no way for the sinners to protect me. Like he did in the... Like, the beginning of the story when he showed up and scared off the guys that were there. The lion or something. That reason is driving the bus right now? Interesting. Virgilius has his reason. That reason is driving the bus. Okay. Interesting. How you learned about Limbus Company? I learned about it, I think it was last year. I've just seen random fan art of, like, a vampire. I'm not gonna spoil it in case anyone in chat doesn't know, but it was about a vampire girl. And people were really talking about her. That's when I first learned about it. And people's obsession with said vampire girl. Eventually, one of my subscribers, convinced me to play it earlier this year. And I decided to play it. And I eventually got invested. So yeah, that's how it was. Did he just admit to trusting us more than he used to? Don't make him repeat something like that, Dante. Especially when someone went through the trouble of expressing their true hidden feelings. Besides... wait. I am not going in there like this. Nope, can't do this. Oi, turn the bus around. Mephi doesn't do U-turns. Bollocks. I ain't going back to the manor in these wrinkly rags. Oh yeah, right. Every single one of us, one of our elaborate plans to dress him up in fancy clothes fell through. Hey, you don't look that bad. If I go back in these rags, those bastards will... Those bastards? Who are they? Bastards that always eye me up and down, trying to find a speck of dust, a single flaw, something to latch on to just to humiliate me. And gouge out their eyes. Oh, that would be a very clever... that would be quite the clever solution. God, I love that face that Otis makes. It's my favorite face. Carousel? Carousel. If it were not for movie streaming and Limbus, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. So thank you to CG. He's also the one that ran that Don Quixote that you saw earlier in the beginning of the stream. So I guess in a way, Don Quixote is who got me to play Limbus. Otis, you are not one to speak about eyes gouging. Be a clever solution. Oh yeah, this is the Odyssey reference. Right. Yeah, you love the grandma, we get it. I don't even think she's a grandma. I'm pretty sure she's just in her, like, 40s or 50s. I want to say. I mean, it would make sense if she's based off of the Odyssey. You know? What are you even... Looks like Heathcliff is the only one who's taking this seriously. Huh? The hell is wrong with the pair of you? Quit giggling like that. Good thing we came prepared with for this exact occasion. I just couldn't imagine Heath managing to pull off this makeover on his own. Rhoda and I did some shopping in the back streets before we entered the nest. We were waiting to reveal these just in case there was anything more impressive in the nest, but thanks to the disappointment... oh, Canto! I just realized Teto's in the middle of the screen. I should probably change her position. I love the friendship. Limbus Company! I love the friendship between sinners. Yeah, they're very great. Alright, oh yeah. We were waiting to reveal these just in case there was anything more impressive in the nest, but thanks to the disappointing lack of anything even remotely interesting, we'll just make do with what we picked up earlier. Ah. Good of these two, the fashion icons. Wait a bloody second. When the two of you went off your own... No, all of you brought back was a whole basket of cookies, wasn't it? Those cookies were decoy cookies, Heath. Though some of them did end up as a part of my daily sustenance, of course. God, she's so... Rhodion's so cute with her eating habits. While I couldn't find the particular brands I use back home, these should be more than enough for a proper fashion makeover. Come on, can't we keep things nice and happy for once, Let him wear something else other than his uniform, just for today. Like, no one wants to meet their old flame while wearing their work clothes, right? Well, I doubt the guide will ever let anything like that Fine. What? I would prefer if we didn't have to encourage another rogue incident with the back door. Seriously? Guide? Heath trembled like he was about to give Virgilius a big hug. Now Heathcliff, close your eyes. Oh. Relax and let us take care of everything. Pretend you're at a proverbial proverbial peach blossom spring. Wait, don't touch my hair like... I love the friendship between the sinners, Ryoshu and Mersal teaching Seagull to ride a bike. Rodion and Honglu having a makeover moment. Yeah. Yeah, I love their friendship. It feels so nice because in the beginning they were definitely like strangers to one another, but now they're like getting used to one another. And they felt less like co-workers and more like actual genuine friends. It's really nice. It's like slow character development that you never get to notice until like time passes and you're like, wait, these guys are way different from the beginning of the game, you know? Virgil does a little trolling. He truly does. Oh. Oi, you ain't half bad. Heathcliff got a ton of character Heathcliff got a ton of character development before his Canto. Ryoshu pretty much doesn't change whatsoever. She's like... I mean, she's cool the way she is. She doesn't need character development. Aw, we get to see a little... Ah, I love this. Shh, Heathcliff. Heathcliff's getting a makeover. Sometime. She's too cool to change. Hell yeah. I will say, he looks very fashionable and very nice. I think you might have overdone it with the hair. Yeah, I think if he had like his normal hair, he would have looked fine. Give her some time and she's gonna come out of her shell next month? Oh yeah. Oh boy. I'm actually kind of scared for her, not gonna lie. I'm worried that this... I'm both excited and worried that this might eventually lead to Ryoshu having a sinking ID. Because on one hand, I like sinking. On the other hand, oh god, Ryoshu's gonna suffer. Such a handsome fellow, he truly is. Don't touch it. Do you even have any idea how hard Honglu worked on that? Where does Bat go? It's a reunion of the century. We can't possibly let him say hello to his old flame with a brutish club in his hand. Okay, remember when Ryoshu VA sent a cake to PJ Moon? Remember what happened to the cake? I do not know, actually. This is the first I've heard of this. Sir Heathcliff appeareth a tad more merciful than usual. Mayhaps he shall accept my request, should I implore him to purchase me a pint of ice cream. And he no longer looks like he's on the verge of punching me when I make the smallest noises. Oh. Well, I didn't know. Oh, Cake can get Sager++. Oh boy. That's unfortunate. God, I want Cake now. Oh no. Lad, please. Don't bring up anything even remotely like that in front of Catherine. Well, I'll be. Clothes really do make the man. Do let me know how this reunion goes. I'll be looking forward to hearing that tale. Sure. So, Heathcliff. I've been meaning to ask this question for a while. I wanted to know the answer, but I couldn't bring myself to ask him. Why do you leave Wuthering Heights? It's where the love of your life lives, isn't it? Heathcliff, who'd been busily moving about and preparing to leave the bus, suddenly comes to a halt. Oh wait, hold on. I should probably read this first. Also, have you read Wuthering Heights? No, but I'm hoping that, like, I'm about to have a cousin's Christmas really soon, and and we're doing Secret Santa. I'm hoping that whoever has me would give me, like, one of the books on my wish list. There was 3. Moby Dick, Wuthering Heights, and Hellscreen. Moby Dick because it's gay, Wuthering Heights because I'm interested in Heathcliff in the book, specifically. And I've heard that, the book is very, like, or the game is very faithful to the book. And Hellscreen because, Ryoshu's Canto is next month. Obviously, I have to consider that, like, the characters in the book are not the same as the characters in the game. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. But still, I would like to read. I have been wanting to read more. I've recently started reading The Great Gatsby. I haven't gotten through the first chapter yet, though. Actually, wait, does it even have chapters? I should probably check. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does have chapters. You need to understand something. Uh-huh. Book Rodion is a wet cat. Affectionate. Aw. That's adorable. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta place my book right back in my bookshelf. I'll be back. Well, that's nice. Maybe I should read Crime and Punishment. I was interested in it because of Fyodor from Bungo Stray Dogs. And it also just sounds really cool. Alright, back to reading the story. Heathcliff, who'd been busily moving about and preparing to leave the bus, suddenly comes to a halt. I didn't mind it. The thrashings, starvings, the abuse, them treating me like a servant, like I'm something beneath them. I didn't mind being treated like I'm nothing more than an afterthought, like I'm some impure trash to be discarded. But when I heard what Catherine said, I realized that I no longer had any reason to remain in that manner. Heathcliff did not elaborate further. Perhaps it wasn't that he didn't, but that he couldn't bring himself to. I didn't dare ask him what he was about to say, so I simply nodded in response. I see. Oh, look at Rodion trying to lighten up the mood. Like, fucking Heathcliff told us about, like, the fucking abuse and shit. The physical abuse and probably, like, other forms of abuse, too. And meanwhile, Rodion is like, oh, looks like Charon's got something to say about your new fit. Charon has something to say. Something big. Great. Awesome. Now, Charon, what do you think? Looks oily and greasy. Charon doesn't like greasy. Oh, that is painful. Holy shit. This isn't how I thought it'd go. Charon's words must have hit him hard. Absolutely. It took quite a bit of convincing for Heathcliff, who was severely discouraged by Charon's remark, to exit the bus. Aw. Damn. He looks fucking devastated. Absolutely. Like, fuck. Oh, hey, there was violets there. Oh my, there's more story. Ooh, boy. Hold on, I'll be back real quick. It is getting very hot, and I need to turn on the AC. Oh shoot, hold up. Coffee's catching up to me. Alright. I'm back. Gotta get my headset. Okay. I love reading. Yeah, reading. Woo! This is uncomfortable. Oi, is it normal for these clothes to squeeze harder with every step I take? God, I understand that feeling. This is what it means to maintain an air of dignity. Once you get used to that feeling, you'll feel like you're missing something whenever you're dressed casually. So this must be the front gate to your former place of abode, Heathcliff. The massive gate alone feels downright intimidating. That's one big front door. It is known that in certain regions of the city, the size of the front gate is an indicator of one's social standing. The magnitude of this front gate indicates that the owners of this home is very affluent. Heathcliff, you picked on Hong Lu for being rich when you were raised at some huge mansion yourself? I don't mind it at all. I'm feeling a bit betrayed, actually. Sir Heathcliff, thou appeareth quite different today. Keep your stupid comments to yourself. Some were teasing him and some were genuinely surprised, but it didn't matter to Heathcliff. Every word he spat out was dripping with a venomous spite. I wasn't even remotely close to being rich. I was never once rich in this manner. I wasn't even allowed to be content, not even for a moment. In this manner never accepted me. Not even for a... What the hell? A lightning strike. It seems to have struck an area near the forest. That was so loud. It's okay. I heard that it's extremely rare for lightning to actually hit people. A momentary musing reveals that a strike of 11 brings about a sensation that is not unlike the joy of fireworks. It fills the dark and cold void of the night sky with an incandescent brilliance, even for a brief moment before fading away into oblivion. Right, and in exchange it loses everything it has, burning and leaving nothing but ash behind. Yeah, you are traumatized? Yeah, he truly is traumatized. I'm already feeling bad for him, and I haven't seen what he's gone through. Good night, Flowerheart. Have a wonderful day or night. What joy is there to be found? I could hear some forest critters fleeing, spooked by the thunderstrike. Oh! Behold! A tiny squirrel over yonder! Wow, such nature close to home? I didn't know you used to live at such an eco-friendly place. I suppose I wouldn't have gone through the trouble of building a private zoo if I lived at a place like this. To have a garden or a forest so near their home, even if we were to ignore everything else, that alone indicates that this owner is someone of an unimaginable affluence. Right. I remember that Sinclair's home was in the middle of a forest, too. Squirrels, sure. There were other animals roaming about, too. Sometimes, when I was so miserable that I could hardly bear to even be in that manner, I'd go to the forest and to return for a long, long time. Oh, then this tiny forest friend, little squirrel, must have been quite the jolly companion for thee. What the fuck? The squirrel just fucking died! Oh no! Not the squirrel! Dude, Project Moon did not need to make. Oh my god, the squirrel has a silhouette too. Oh my. Project Moon did not need to make a fucking. They did not need to fucking kill a squirrel. It's top 10 Limbus moments. Yeah, this is its peak. The most tragic death. The little Sir Squirrel. The little squirrel that may have once been Heathcliff's tiny. The little squirrel that may once have been Heathcliff's tiny forest friend was immediately scorched down to a pile of ash the moment it crossed over into the manor's front gate. Super serious game. Hold up. Super serious game that handles heavy topics, by the way. Yeah. That was a weird lightning strike. Did it just curve midair? The chance of such an occurrence is extraordinarily low. It might just be that I'm overreacting, but that looked as though that lightning was curving itself to strike exactly where that squirrel was standing. Oh, Heathcliff, I had no idea you grew up at such a dangerous place. I'm impressed you even survived. No, blimey. I've not seen anything like it. Right, Heathcliff. Ready to knock on the front gate? The front gate. He stared blankly at the front gate of the manor. I've not knocked on this gate in a good many years. I once had to wait out here for hours because they all refused to let me in. Everyone except Catherine. She snuck out of the manor to open it for me, walking me through the heavy rain. Well then, I'm sure it won't be different this time. So if I knock, Catherine will come out and let me in? Hup. Heathcliff takes a deep breath before knocking on the front door. Huh, nothing. That's not what I meant when I said it won't be different this time. Oh, we can try climbing over the fence. I think we can clear that height as long as we're okay with breaking our ankles. No. Heathcliff was a whole bundle of anxiety before he knocked on the front gate, but perhaps this perceived slight reverted Heathcliff into his usual angry self. I was invited to this manor. This invitation would be meaningless if I were to leap over the fence. Catherine! I'm back! They've ignored you once. Continuing to shout won't... Catherine! Despite his efforts, not even a soul stirred beyond the front gate. None of us really believed that anyone would come out to greet him. But... Kath! The front gate began to creak open as though someone was answering his pleas. The makeover was worth it, Oh, hey! The next chapter, Nellie. I've been hearing about Nellie, and how, like, one of the characters... Ryosha has an idea of Nellie. What's this? This is Limbus Company. Also, welcome to the stream, Noah. Glad to have you here again. Welcome back. But yeah, this is Limbus Company. It's basically like a gacha RPG game. It's pretty fun, but it's very story heavy, so I have to do a lot of reading. The heavy rain and the tempest only grew harsher the closer we got to the manor. Though we have long made it past the front gate, not a soul doth appeared. I've been busy, lol. I definitely understand, you know. The bubbling excitement of the sinners when they disembarked on the bus had all but disappeared. Silent air of apprehension surrounded them as they gingerly took their hesitant steps towards the manor. Kathy! Have you been well? No. Kathy. Catherine. It has been a while, hasn't it? No, this ain't it either. I'm gonna give context. We're trying to, like, get this special item. And we've been invited to this manor that this guy was from. And he's pretty anxious about it because he hasn't been here for years. In the midst of this aura of uneasiness, only Heathcliff seemed to be preoccupied by something else. The rest of the sinners were. Did you catch that? A bird. A subspecies of sparrow, to be exact. Lightning continues to strike aggressively, even this far past the front gate. We would have been burnt to a crisp had it not been even a little closer. Lightning continued to blast the earth, as though it wouldn't be satisfied until it's reduced every little living thing in the manor's grounds to a pile of ashes. Is it going to hit us if we walk faster? Or maybe it hits things that are moving too slowly. Maybe we should speed up. I don't know. Our walking speed seems irrelevant. Instead, it's almost as if this lightning has a will of its own, striking with intent. This brings back some unpleasant memories. I need to read the Odyssey. I gotta know, like, more about Odysseus. Oh yeah, also the characters are named after... Also, Noah, all the characters are named after book characters. Oh, maybe it's like this house's defense system. I was also thinking that. Defense system. Do you imply that this may be a part of the manor's security measures? Maybe it only targets things that enter the manor's grounds without permission. I've seen security measures that are more precise and more conclusive than this. Larger manors often do install more effective security systems, after all. Oh, I think our family talked about installing a defense system at our home, too. It was one of those topics that kept coming up during dinner. That would make sense. Not that I'll ever understand the thought process behind these systems. Perhaps the security measures that prevent the Perfor team from approaching the manor may be... Yeah, but we have the invitation with us. I think we'll be fine. Is that really all this is? Is this just one of those normal security measures that every rich family supposedly has? This is pretty interesting, though. I heard that the technology to change the weather itself is really, really expensive, to the point of being inefficient. So expensive that I've not seen it myself. I remained silent because I didn't want to concern the sinners with something that I wasn't sure about. But the closer we got to the manor, the more confident I became that something was off. That this was extremely abnormal weather. That this extremely abnormal weather isn't the work of some security system. This absolutely has something to do with Golden Vow. But The golden bough feels different from the ones we've encountered before. It's a bit more chaotic? Huh? These flowers. They've got color. Sinclair was right. The manor's garden was lightly littered with flowers. They were the only things of color in this dreary sight. I wonder what these flowers are called. Huh. I guess you can return the colors of, even to flowers if you've coughed up enough cash. Indeed. And the proprietor of this manor must have held particular love for these flowers, to return the colors to such transient things as flowers. Or perhaps it may be that they are preposterously affluent. Heathcliff quietly gazed at the patch of violet flowers that, as Yi-sung mused out loud. You're wrong. There was no particular love for these flowers. There was no room, no warmth in that heart to spare for mere flowers. Heathcliff appeared so doleful that I felt as though he had built a tall, opaque wall between himself and the world. I could not bring myself to ask further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It seems that you're counting in Spanish, Noah. Pretty cool. He did not tell us the name of those flowers. My oh my, please come this way. Someone hurriedly runs this way from the manor's front door, holding a lantern. What an awful weather, Well, T-Corp is... The Wuthering Heights Manor is rarely ever sunny, but this is quite the storm. Long time no see, Nellie. My word! Heathcliff? Is that you? It really is you! Yeah. You haven't the slightest idea how worried I was since you left. Have you been eating well? You've not been bullied by a rough crowd, have you? Bullied by a what? I learned to count? Nice. We've wanted to hear from you for so long. Do come now. Come in. This Nellie regarded us with a curious look, as though she didn't quite understand what we were supposed to be. If I may be bold as to presume, would you be our dear Heathcliff's friends? Aw, she seems so sweet. Yeah, well... Friends? Are we? The answer to that question hinges on the range of affinity one would define as a delineation that separates friends from acquaintances. Ah, Marisol, my autistic king. Of course we're friends. Precious friendship, forged in fire. Multiple fires, actually. Your dear Heathcliff's precious friends are about to freeze to death in the rain, woman. My, what honorable guests. Welcome to this place today. I must be all over the place to leave you all standing in the rain. Come in now, come in. It's a tad warmer in here than it is outside. The interiors of Wuthering Heights was rather dark, yet... This manor doth have color! Its hue appeared faded from its original vibrancy, but there was color in this manor. What'd I tell you? I could see color inside this manor. Well, it's all bought by money anyway. Believe it or not, there's something about these lanterns hanging about the manor that brings back colors. Ah, lanterns that return the object's original saturation. These are quite the luxuries, are they not? It still doesn't bring all the colors back. Things still remain a tad gloomy. So, where's Kathy? Heathcliff, please, tell me of your life since you have left us, Where have you been staying? Have you been eating well? My, have you lost weight? Huh? I'm glad your delay wasn't too substantial. We have all been waiting for your arrival. We? Now, let me get a better look at you. The refined dress clothes, the hair. My, you've certainly grown into a right proper gentleman, haven't you? Quite the popular lad you are. With a posse of friends and all. Well, Did I? But of course. I would not have recognized you from a distance. Nellie was talking so fast that Heathcliff wasn't spared a single second to get a single word. Nellie. Was it? What is your precise relation to Heathcliff? As his precious friend, colleague, and comrade in arms, I cannot help but be curious as to how you two know each other. Otis, who was conspicuously scanning the interiors of the manor, suddenly asked Nellie the most transparent, suspicious question that I've ever heard. Let's see. Heathcliff's, how should I put this? Nanny, I suppose. Nanny? What, like, you wiped Heathcliff's snot, changed his baby clothes, and am I thinking of the right nanny? And when the baby's fussy about the food, Nanny spoon-feed it to them. Oi, Nellie! Quit teasing me like that. You weren't exactly my nanny, and you know that. We've known each other since we were both young, and I did not treat her like a servant or follow her around like she was my nanny. Mind you, I am now the chief butler of the house. You must see the other butlers moving about like soldiers when I give... Wait, hold on, let me start over. Mind you, I am now chief butler of the house. You must see the other butlers moving about like soldiers when I give the word. Well, you were the best at your job. Nellie, I'm getting quite impatient, so I've got to ask. Heathcliff must have wanted so badly to ask where Kathy was. So, when's the banquet starting? Instead, he hid his true question behind a mask of aloofness. But Nellie's expression became somewhat odd upon hearing Heathcliff's query. The banquet? Oi! When's that witless brigand coming? Is he even on his way? You can't just leave after gathering us all down here. If I have to sit any second longer next to these mugs, I'm gonna lose it. There was a furious echoing from down the halls. Nellie, wait. I recognize that voice. My, don't rush. He just arrived, mind you. Let's join the others, Heathcliff. Like I said, we've all been waiting for your arrival. Heathcliff bit his lips anxiously and followed Nellie. This doesn't feel like a manor that's about to throw a party. Yeah. That cruise ship party. This manor. You can't hide the sense of dread from places like these. Doesn't matter how hard you try. This manor does not appear to have been a place where liveliness is an expected element. I see signs of rushed cleaning, conducted immediately before the guests arrived. Several cracks and areas in need of repair, and have been identified as well. Also, I was scant expecting a vacuous party, yet this is quite the depressing presentation. I followed Don Quixote to the halls. She appeared terribly disappointed. Oh boy. Oh, we're getting a battle? What? This feels unexpected. Why would there be a battle in the middle of this welcoming party? Oh, what? Two people sat by a dying hearth, surrounded by their respective posse. It was quite apparent from the way they sat opposite of one another that their relationship was far from amicable. On one end was a group of people dressed in mysterious masks, surrounding a jumpy-looking man who looked like he was one little nudge away from hollering foul insults at everyone. On the other end was a group of people dressed in identical uniforms. Sinclair told me that they were wearing the outfits with most manor employees wear. Oh, that most manor employees wear to see each other. I'm back. Welcome back, Spring Foxy. One of them stood out, as he was the only one among them in a black suit. He appeared somewhat uncomfortable. It seemed as though he was in a great deal of pain merely by being here. And between the two groups were fixers! I recognize their outfits. Forsooth, they must be the fixers from the Alfie Association. I don't know how to pronounce that, my bad. 'Tis quite a rare sight to even get a sighting of a single Alfie fixer. They require quite the momentous occasion to even grace us with their presence. I'm just worried what the occasion is. Shh. We'll have time to ask for autographs later. Alright? I had to coax Don Quixote, who was practically quivering from immediately running to them for signatures. God, I am not doing well with my reading. Because we had unintentionally become the center of attention from the entire room. The center of a very negative attention. By gum, that vagabond has returned. The bloody shame of Wuthering Heights. Same old Josephine, huh? Look at him, strutting about like he owns this place. If our mistress were to witness this travesty... Gosh, Josephine, that's quite enough. Don't mind her, Heathcliff. This blessed land of Wuthering Heights reduced to an asylum for vagrants and drifters. If the mistress had been here to witness this tragic, deplorable state of affairs... There was an old woman in the room who was muttering some choice words at us while staring with eyes full of hatred. The witless brigand returns. And quite delayed at that. How dare you show your face? Hindley, please, Exercise some restraint. Heathcliff, I hardly did expect your return. You have yet to let Catherine go still? It was clear that the two had both been acquainted with Heathcliff for a while. But the nature of that acquaintance was more of a long-standing hatred stemming from the deep history of contention they shared. One of the two was harshly hiding his hatred, allowing it to fully seize control of his words and actions. But the other one's hatred had sunk deep into his heart, boiling and writhing underneath. Right, I wasn't exactly expecting a grand welcome upon my return. But I ain't here to see your ugly mugs. It's like you always said, my base nature's just incapable of change. Heathcliff shoots back with just as much vitriol, as though he was always used to this kind of scorn and humiliation. The man in a black suit turns away, as though it would degrade him to even entertain him with an answer. But this man they called Hindley. You unscrupulous shite! You bloody animal! No, a thing lesser than a savage beast! Jumped up from his seat, his face turning bright red from anger. By the looks of it, you found yourself a band of vagrants and vagabonds just like you, eh? Crawling back to see if there is something worth pilfering from this place. You lot, beat his arse and teach him a lesson. Break a bone or two. No orders from boss. Shut it! I'm your boss's boss. I hired him and the rest of you. I don't expect these boneheads fools to give you much trouble anyway. Head of bone? What on earth are you speaking of? He's just expressing explicit desire to get his ass beat. Well, since he asked for it. Ah, so that's why there's a fight going on. So these must be the dead rabbits. I'm actually surprised that the dead rabbits don't have a lot of IDs. Like, the only ID with dead rabbits is Mercel. And I just find that kind of odd. I don't know why. They seem pretty important. Especially to Heathcliff. Oh man. Yeah, Don Quixote's not doing too hot. I think I need to go for more defensive skills. There's about... So we already got 1 out of 9 enemies. There's 8 left. We could go for... Title FG. Yeah, let's do it. Nice. Almost 200. Alright. Okay, this is the last 4, I believe. Oh wait, I just noticed one of them was struggling. I should have used the defensive skill. Oh wait, shit, I forgot to go into Heathcliff. Heathcliff would have the debuff, right? Oh no, Dawn. Hey. We dealt stagger. Nice. Good. Now I'll separate the bones from your flesh and personally introduce you to your own skull. Oi, lads! A casual yet powerful voice booms across the hall, immediately breaking the tension in the room. I was gone for just a minute to get some water. What the hell happened here? This is one big fucking manor, huh? Would have been faster to go bucket a cup of water. Wait, would have been faster to go bucket a cup of water for the well myself. Boss, we have a guest. So that's their boss. Yes, executive manager. It is immediately obvious from the way that he walks and from the way that he carries himself that he is someone quite experienced in combat. Right on time. Your lackeys are lacking. How could they let a group of no-name hooligans knock them on their Every time they say arses, it always confuses my brain. How could they let these group of no-name hooligans knock them on their asses? Go on. Show them the meaning of pain. Looks like I've got to give my men some proper demonstration. The boss confidently strode towards Heathcliff. Then gave him a playful smack on the back of the head. Oi, lad! Ain't the first thing to do when crawling back to your neighborhood to give a quick hello to your dear old boss? Where'd you leave your manners? Huh? You lot, wipe that stupefied look from your faces and bow before him. Come on, hurry up. Show him some bloody respect. What? No, it can't be. The man waded past both the aftermath of the brawl and the heavy tension that's... Wait, is it waded or wadded? Wadded past both the aftermath of the brawl and the heavy tension that the man... like he was out for a stroll. He just walked into the middle of it all, then put his arms around Heathcliff's shoulder. I am so bad at reading for some reason. It was the kind of friendly gesture that only someone who's known Heathcliff for a long, long time could do. Oh, I'm actually interested. This must be the ID that Dead Rabbit's Mersault is based off of. Oh boy, we're getting more story. For those wondering, I'm talking about, not that one. This one. It might be it. But anyway. To the next part of the story. Boss? Matthew? Right on, you muppet. You've been gone for so long that people don't even recognize the infamous Mad Connie. Mad Connie? Is it Mad Connie or Connie? I'll say Connie. You've known that vagrant for long? Why haven't you told me so? Well, I hardly imagine you'd be interested in hearing about every little friend I made back when we were just another gang rolling in the sweaty, muddy streets. Boss, why are you working with this blighter? Wait, no, but that mask, those rabbit ears. Wait, you're still with the dead rabbits? Yeah, you've changed a tad, eh? Remember, lad? Back in the day, all we needed to crack some Adams family's heads was some tattered scarves around one arm and a bottle of beer on the tab. We even named one of them beers after you, didn't we? The pub used to sell that beer closed. The pub that used to sell that beer closed shop a few weeks ago. Ain't got much business around with that dreadful rumor keeping everyone home nowadays. What? The Wolf's Fall closed? Bloody hell. Back? Hello, Don Quixote. I suppose I'm leaving you out of the loop, eh? Well, allow me to introduce the Grapher. He was the boss of an old syndicate I used to run with. Oh, friends of yours, eh? Joined some proper company after running out on us out of nowhere, did ya? Well, things just work out like that way. Are all of them lads and lassies your lackeys? Blimey. Got a walking timepiece with you, too. You daft bastard, you certainly moved up in the world, eh? Lackeys? Ishmael glared at Heathcliff with a look that could kill, but she decided to hold her silent and merely shook her head in disbelief. She probably decided that it wasn't worth the trouble. So what's with the masks, boss? What, is it on? Trends change with time. The times for scarves with the rabbit's embroidery is long past. Is that so? Looks a bit... Course not. Who do you think we are? We the dead rabbits ain't a bookish rabble that follows the coattails of some naff trend. You've really not returned once to this place since you left, have you? No. When I left this manor, and eventually the dead rabbits, I made a promise to myself that I'd not return. Not even a step closer to this place until I made something of myself. Not until I can return as a successful man. Well, you've always had hatred for this. Well, you've always hated this place, even when you were one of us. I've got news for you, Heathcliff. We're no longer the same lowly backstreet gang you're familiar with. I suppose we've also moved up in the world. Someone from the ring who'd been keeping their eyes on us plucked us right off the back streets, right off the streets into their fold. We're bigger now. We're one of the up-and-coming syndicates. The ring? One of the fingers? Must be the fathers of the ring, then. They're the only ones who'd outfit their underlings with these cheap, tacky animal masks. And you're... Yeah, you little shite. I'm the top boss of the dead rabbits now. Boss. Remember when you always used to say when we each filled up with more than 3 bottles of beer? What we drank were some lousy beer made from halfway rotted wheat, Heathcliff. All that I remembered, come the next morn, was a pounding headache and the light feeling of our empty pockets. You used to tell me that it hurt like hell every time one of your own men came back to us hurt, even the recruits. Like they hurt not just any underling, but an extension of you. I knew you'd make it big one day, boss. Well, I suppose drunk me knew how to wax poetic. I knew it was you, Matthew. The mask threw me off for a moment, boss. What a sorry sight this is. I sincerely apologize to you two sweethearts for crashing your tearful reunion. But the point is, while you were wandering the streets wasting away the best years of your life on the road, Matt's made something of himself, which is why I hired him as my bodyguard, you hear me? Not like you and your merry band of no-name second-rate hooligans. I could think of more than a few sinners who would have gotten angry enough to brandish their weapons at such an insult. But they all seem to remember that responding to such insults with violence only begots pointless turmoil. So instead, they began sighing heavily in an attempt to vent some of their pent-up anger. Hindley, you seem morally mistaken. This isn't the same winter you thrashed me, treated me like an indentured servant, and abused me like a hound. I won't deny that I spent many days and nights imagining tearing that foul tongue from your gob. But Heathcliff glanced briefly in our direction. Even a poor sod like myself found a place to belong, went on adventures to places you couldn't even imagine, learning a thing or two from them. So I just feel bad for you, mate. What? Because you haven't changed one bit. Besides, how's that rag you're wearing? You look more like a drifting vagabond than I do. What? What? You insolent fool! That man's been saying some pretty nasty stuff about us. But he doesn't even look like he's someone worth arguing with. Mate, did you even check yourself in the mirror last week? I can't bear to look at you so down in the dumps, Hindley. Of course, we had no way of knowing what Hindley looked like in the past, but we could pretty easily tell that he was far from the most stable person in the room. You fucking bastard! Now, Mr. Hindley, why don't you seat yourself on this sofa and calm down? Be more considerate of our boys standing in that corner, watching the whole thing go down, huh? They don't even get these comfy-looking leather sofas. Hindley grumbled for a moment before slumping down on a sofa. And even that simple action was stumbling and pathetic. I see what happened. He let the alcohol consume him, and not the other way around. Fell into a big nasty barrel with no way out. I've seen that same look on sailors. Failing to pull themselves out of that habit would lead them straight into the merciless maws of the lake. Not even a trace of them would be left. Well, this man's still my client. Mr. Hindley hired me for some job, which is why I'm here at Wuthering Heights. A job? Catherine's hosting this banquet, ain't she? What kind of job could possibly need Dead Rabbit's help here? What? A banquet? Well, I suppose there is one thing that hasn't changed with time. It's that witless, useless idiot brain of yours, you absolute dullard. Hindley! Please, cease this at once. I implore you. I do not wish to see my manner sullied by such foul obscenities. This is not your home, Litton. It's mine. It's my manor. You're the one who sullied this noble Wuthering Heights, my birthright bestowed upon me by my father, by taking it from me by the means of trickery. Was your own family manor too small for you, Linton Edgar? Your oh so noble Edgar family. Edgar family? The time for whining, crying, and throwing a tantrum to get what you want is long past. Evil ass Hindley? Yeah. Okay, so now the IDs are starting to make sense now. Because I was always getting confused as to why they're not all called Wuthering Heights or Edgar family. But now I think I'm starting to understand. Like, there's two different families being involved here. Evil ass Hindley? Yeah, he's definitely a foul-mouthed asshole. Bold words for some milksop who's about to choke himself up to death on air. Please maintain your distance, Mr. Hindley. I've seen mongrels more loyal than you lot. I was your master only a few years ago. Have you cast aside your memories as well when you did your loyalty? Cease this at once, Master Hindley. The butlers have all left. The butlers have all left Hindley Earnshaw behind, as you are very well aware yourself. And you two butlers, we do not want to make further trouble here, Understood, Chief Butler Nellie. After a brief silence, Heathcliff finally brought up the question he'd been stewing for so long. Nellie, where is Catherine? You must know, Nellie, that Catherine never did like these commotions. So many guests making so much noise in her home. She won't be pleased. I suppose she never did. I've been keeping my volume in check because I didn't want to offend her, but it's getting harder and harder to keep it down. There was a look of unfathomable, immeasurable grief on both Litton and Nellie. Hindley was absent-mindedly mumbling some foul language at the ceiling, and Heathcliff probably sensed from this ineffable, dark, and ominous silence that something was terribly wrong. It was setting in for us as well. After all we've been through in this journey, this sense of silence was too familiar. Where is Catherine? What's with that dour look on everyone? I'm terribly sorry, Heathcliff. Why? Why are you sorry? What the hell are you sorry about? Heathcliff, I may have a correct assumption as to what this silence indicates. So I have no other choice but to tell you, as it is common courtesy to do so, that I am sorry to hear that. What the fuck? Ah! Can you talk normally for once? I hardly know how to tell you this, but Miss Catherine isn't here anymore. She's dead? What do you mean she's not? Catherine, she's dead. Fuck. Oh no. Oh shit. Damn, we just got here and we discovered that she's dead. Fuck, man. Oh no, Heathcliff. Linton Linton looked up at Heathcliff. His eyes were bloodshot. As you said earlier, none of us here None of us are here to see each other's ugly mugs. What other reason could we possibly have reconvened like this? That can't be real. What kind of insane? Now, fixers of the Ophi Association, who had remained silent throughout the entire commotion, suddenly spoke up. The promised hour is come. Mr. Hindley Earnshaw, a blood relative of the deceased. Mr. Linton Edgar, the spouse of the deceased. And Mr. Heathcliff, an individual mentioned by name in the will. Now that the three relevant parties are all present, we, as the executors of the deceased's will, may begin the ceremony. Oh, fuck. So this is like the whole, like, fuck, man. So we were just there not because, like, to see each other, but to, like, for whatever reason, but to literally, like, divide the will. Or not divide the will, I don't know what the word is. I've never really experienced something like that. But, like, basically decide who owns what. The first order of business will be the execution of Miss Catherine's will. Thus commences this solemn occasion of Miss Catherine's funeral rites. As per the deceased's wishes, the will shall be read out aloud here, at Miss Catherine's manor, in attendance of all those present. Then, no. You, stop. Shut up for a second. Whose funeral rites? And... What? What was that about her spouse? The man they called Linton rose from his seat for the first time since we arrived here. It is there, I divided? It's given out based on what the person wanted. She wrote out who would get what. Okay. I'm getting it now. Then, after you abandoned this place with nary a word to her, Catherine immediately turned to me. Then we married. Every waking hour we spent together were filled with happiness and joy. We were happy to the very last day, to her very last breath. Shut your stupid gob. The moment I set foot in this manor, I heard her voice. I felt her presence. So what the bloody hell are you even talking about? This has to be some ploy. These fucking bastards, they must have... This can't. This can't! Heathcliff paused for a moment, struggling to find words. This can't be how it ends. I won't believe a single shite coming out of your mouths until I see her body with my own eyes. Where is she? Bring her here, now! What a repulsive sight. The least you could have done, was to show some proper respect for the dead. But I suppose even the bare minimum was too much for someone like... I understand how you feel, Heathcliff, so please calm down and take a seat. Get your hands off of me. You can't decide for me that she's dead. I won't accept any of this. Not until I see Kathy with my own. Warning. Should this interruption to the will reading continue, we may have to resort to use force to ensure that the full execution of this will. Shut up! You don't know shite! So shut your fucking mouth! Heathcliff was gasping. The sheer momentousness of the emotion overwhelmed him. It looked as though he was about to lunge at anyone who even dared to get close. I could hardly tell whether it was sorrow or wrath that came over him. Hey man, it's a combination of both. Ha! Heathcliff, why don't you go have a look in the mirror yourself? What a pathetic mess you've become. Oh, you're one to fucking talk. Look, your fucking suit is stitched up together. It looks like your fucking clothes are being eaten by moths. Bitch ass. It doesn't matter what posh garb plebs like you wrap yourself in. That filth from your low birth seeps right in through the fabric at the slightest provocation. You eventually see Catherine's corpse, alright? It's all part of the funeral process, so don't be in such a hurry to get there. I can't wait to see how well she's resting after she's done to me. Mr. Heenley Earnshaw, Mr. Heathcliff, we order that both of you immediately return to your seats. This is your final warning. Manager Esquire, we must do aught anon. Fixers of the Association may even execute those involved should there be a breach of contract. It is time? It is time for what? I ill wish to see her, Sir Heathcliff be executed. Nor do I wish to see him to have battled the honorable fixers of the Ophi Association. I agree with Don Quixote. There is no need for us to get involved in an unnecessary conflict, but I don't think Heathcliff's going to listen to us. I don't even know if there's anyone who can talk Heathcliff down when he's that agitated. Yeah, we need someone to beat it into him, like he said. You refuse to comply. Gah. We had no choice but to watch as the fixers of the Ophi Association struck Heathcliff with their weapons. He fell to his knees with a painful cry. Y.S. Do speak. Oh, he's talking to Isam. Not you. Speak still, your intentions notwithstanding. You stop. All of you. Something's off about this whole thing. Would you like to speak for this individual? Was what she was going to say, but she decided to remain silent in favor of not getting in trouble, right? Right? Huh? What are you doing, BG? Ryoshu, I understand that seeing our fellow sinners get smacked around like that can be pretty aggravating, but once you get involved, peace will simply be no longer an option. Didn't know you cared so much about Heathcliff, Ryoshu. N.C. Ryoshu flicked her cigarette indifferently, as though she was no longer interested. No comment. You bastards. Fine, let's crack some skulls then, shall we? Heathcliff stumbled to his feet, with his club in his hand, glaring at everyone that stood before him. I see that you are still refusing to comply, despite our initial attempt. Should you refuse to let go of your weapon, within the next minute, we will have no choice but to escalate to our next steps. I couldn't care less about your steps. Give me Catherine or... None of us are leaving this manor alive. You, me, we're all going 6 feet under. Heathcliff! Shut it, Clockhead! This ain't the time to bring up shite like the company rules. Stay out of my way. I don't have anything to say. If someone that important to me died, I'd be blinded and deafened to all reason too. Hey, Heath, I understand that you're angry and frustrated, and I understand how angry and frustrated you must be, but you can't. Shut your trap! All of you! Don't you dare touch me unless you want your faces caved in too. It's nap time, Heathcliff. Whoa! Did she just knock him out cold with her bare hands? And it wasn't even a punch, it was a light tap. His breathing is stable. It appears that she gave She gave the nerve on the back of his head a precise, focused strike, which led to his loss of consciousness.
전혀 군더더기 없는 동작이었어요. 익숙한 움직임이라고 해야겠죠? 마치 저희 집안에
What a flawless execution of that move. I can certainly say that I've seen something like that before. Reminds me of my family's... Sir Heathcliff had been defeated with a single fell strike. Every self-respecting butler has to be equipped with one such move. What other choice do we have if, when the child fusses for 20 hours instead of going to sleep? Forsooth, I can say with with the confidence that I can immediately slumber till the dreamlands upon tucking myself in bed. For truth! Though it was not by his own volition, we have confirmed that he is no longer in possession of a weapon and has been subdued. We have been allowed for a 10-minute recess to let things calm down for a moment. Then we will proceed as planned. Excuse me, Lady Nellie? Lady Nellie? No need for such honorifics. Please, just call me Nellie. The contractors that Mr. Linton Edgar brought, they once worked at this manor, right?
맞아요. 캐서린 아가씨를 따라서 저랑 같이 따라온 언쇼가 버틀러들이 몇몇 있죠. 물론 린턴님이 부리는 버틀러들은 원래 있던 에드가 가문 버틀러들이 대다수긴 하지만요.
Yes, indeed. Some butlers from Earnshaw, like myself, followed Miss Catherine to Master Linton. Of course, most of the Master Linton's butlers are from his own Edgar family. So if he gives the order to attack us, Lady Nellie would... Oh, pish-posh, ridiculous. I was a butler in direct service of Miss Catherine. Young Master Linton could plead and beg all he wants, but I won't always be taking his side. So, what exactly are the butlers? Butlers? Forsooth, I am quite well acquainted with this matter. They are house dogs on tight leash, groveling before their masters. The most trustworthy and loyal people I've ever known, I'd say. Fixers bound to families! Nice. Gotcha. Some great help you fellas are. Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one out of the loop for once. At least some of you know who we butlers are. It's a rather rare occupation, so not many people even know that we exist. Doesn't sound like the most normal folk would have a reason to know anything about them. Unless they're in a position where they have no choices but to work at the rich folks' homes. Well, one of us is quite a passionate fan of fixers. Oh, quiet. Oh, I'm very pleased to know that our dear Heathcliff have made some very intelligent friends. Lady Nellie! I promise thee that once I make my return to the bus, I shall have my hands on the butler figurine I had given up on acquiring. It shall stand tall and proud on the frontmost row of my display shelf. Don Quixote's eyes were practically exploding with joy at having her first fixer obsession positively acknowledged and accepted for once. Allow me to explain. Butlers are fixers indeed, yet they are rather distinct from most fixers thou hast encountered thus far. A fixer refers to those... Oh man, I'm feeling very tired. Okay. Hold on, just a little bit to go. A fixer off to those who accepted contracts as a part of an association or an office. Alas, there exists a distinction when it comes to butlers. Butlers join families or manors to serve them, and only them, on a long-term contracts. Forsooth, like any other fixers, butlers may be hired by a single person to serve them, and only them as well.
가사와 전투, 돌봄까지 다양한 분야를
God, there's so much reading. Jeez, you're panting? Yeah. Sorry, it's hot in my house. But I also don't want it to be too cold. Hello? Hello, Jade Takibi. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I take a small break? Yeah, I might take one soon. Do note that our services is not limited to combat. We also conduct household management and care as well.
갖가지 소양을 필요로
It must also be mentioned that proficiency in many fields is a necessity to be respected and to be a respected butler. This is no easy occupation, mind you.
그런데 버틀러를
Yet, from what I have learned, to hire a butler to pay an inordinate amount of salary.
맞아요.
Indeed,
고생은 많이 하지만
while butlers are oh so busy, we are promised expensive compensation at every contract extension, with stable bonuses such as pensions.
명망 높은 해결사분 중엔 협회에서 은퇴를 하고
Many famous association fixers also retired to serve as butlers as well.
저는 캐서린 아가씨 가문의 버틀러였고 린튼 도련님과 결혼하시면서 에드가 가문의 버틀러들과 섞이게 되었지만
I was once a butler in service of Miss Catherine's family, and was transferred to Master Linton's Edgar family to join their ranks when she married him.
아주
Still, after a rather peaceful mutual debate, we came to the conclusion that I would be assuming the position of the chief butler, leader of the butlers in that household. First time I've seen your stream, and I'm already telling you to take care of yourself for my second message, lol. Yeah, my apologies. I'm not usually like this. It's just very hot in Texas. And it's leaving me out of breath, but I'm also, like, not very clothed, so I didn't want to have the AC too cold. So I turn it off occasionally. I would not even call this the chapter with the most reading. Oh my god. What even is the chapter with the most reading? Canto 8, I would assume? Now that I think about it, did I even have proper food today? I should probably Oh well, I'll keep going for now.
말만 들어도 정말
Gotcha.
풍요로워 보여.
Totally peaceful. I'm sure it was once a peaceful transfer of power.
그러고 보니 이 히스클리프 군도 조그마할 때가 있었다니 상상이 가지 않는군. 어렸을 때는 어떤 아이였는가?
Oh, 'tis quite fascinating to imagine that even Sir Heathcliff once had been a tiny bear. I don't know how to pronounce that. How was he as a youth? Not very clothed. Moody, that's a dangerous sentence. My apologies, I don't know how to describe it. It's hot here, so you gotta take off clothes. That's like the most normal thing in any hot environment. If you forgot to eat, I think you should do something outside of stream. Yeah, but you know, I'd rather not. Not right now. I've definitely eaten something today. You should have eaten something before streaming, but I've been busy with chores. Also, funny PNG tuber. What is thou pronouns / gender? I'd like to be gender ambiguous, but please refer to me as they, them. Thank you for asking, by the way. If you must stream, just do a cooking stream? I live with people, so I'd rather not. And most of us are homebodies, so... So, you know, it probably won't happen much.
제가 치프 버틀러까지 될 수 있었던데.
Oh, mystery gender. Respectful. Yeah.
금쪽 같은 아이였달까요?
He was quite the special child. I do not believe that I would have become chief butler had it not been for him. Oh, what a lovely boy he was. Moody is moody. Moomy is good too. Yeah.
Welcome to
welcome
Tilted
to Tilted Towers. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the follow, Jade. Lovely. Quite. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I don't think I can keep up the reading right now. And we're already like almost 3 hours in. So I think I might like end stream for today. Maybe do a couple of dailies before I actually leave, you know? Let's see, going into this. Let's see. Tremor's fun. But yeah, after I do a couple of dailies, I'm probably gonna call off stream. Oh shit, this guy has gaze? Glad to catch your stream. I'll be sure to pop in if I have time or brain cells. Alright, coolio. We have much more family drama to go over in the next few parts. Yeah, I can definitely tell. Based around the hints that people gave me, because I'm just way too good at analyzing things, it's easy to tell that he's like even before Canto 6, it was easy to tell that he had an abusive family. The way he talked to Ishmael during the Intervallo 2. Also the slight implication that like his character design, I gotta say, Heathcliff, I'm thinking maybe I should make a channel about talking about character designs, but Heathcliff actually has like, he's definitely my top 3 favorite character designs in Limbus Company. Because you can tell a lot, because like all the characters in Limbus, all the sinners in Limbus Company, you can definitely tell like who they are, even if they are wearing similar clothes. Their designs are just so much, has so much personality within them. And Heathcliff is definitely my favorite because you can tell so much from what you can tell so much from his design based around like, 1, he's not wearing a coat like everyone else. 2, his arms are rolled up into his sleeves. 3, he wields a bat, so he's probably been used to street fights. 4, his bat has the name Remember, meaning there's something important about his past. And, you know, obviously the scars imply a rough life, whether it be from fighting in the streets or from family. So it's interesting to like look at his design. What's number 1? I I can't decide on number 1. I can tell you my other 2 though. My other 2 would be Ishmael because I like the tattered her tattered coat. No, the bat have the name Revenge. I thought it was Remember. Huh. Maybe I should check his design again. Either way, Revenge is also a very telling, like, word for, like, a bat. Especially if it's his signature weapon. I'll check after this fight. Anyway, Ishmael is one of my other favorites because for one, she I really like the tattered clothes that she had. If you look closely, like the suit that goes over her shirt is kind of tattered at the bottom. I don't know if there's any storytelling within that, but I think the thing that catches my eye the most is the fact that is her weapon. She wields a mace and a shield, and it's also said that she wields a harpoon. With those 3 weapons, those are way more weapons than any of the other characters. In comparison to, like, the other sinners. Let me look at Revenge. Huh, I could have sworn that it said Remember. That's weird. Oh well. But yeah, anyway. So with those 3 choices of weapons, she has more weapons than any of the other sinners. It almost gives the implication that she's prepared for everything. What has she gone through to make her prepared for everything? Defensively, offensively, and even in terms of long range, too. And my other, the other one in my top 3 is Mersault. Or Mersal. Because, for one, he is very, in comparison to the other sinners, he is conventionally attractive. Hello, Ricardo Limbus. Welcome back. He is conventionally attractive. He is tall, dark, and handsome. He is well groomed, as you can tell by his hair. Like, he feels very much he's big and broad. He's very much a very handsome, stoic man. Smash? Understandable. He's very much, I should mention to anyone who's like, who just popped up into stream, I'm just talking about character designs, and how Mersault is one of my top 3. So, he's tall, he's big, he's broad, he's stoic, and so on and so forth. And you can tell by all of that based around his appearance. And he might seem a little jaded as well, because of his eye bags. But also, the thing that catches my eye the most, similar to Ishmael, because all the characters, because the Limbus Company characters have very similar outfits, you gotta focus on how they wear the outfits, and their choice of weapon to focus on their character designs. For someone so well groomed, for someone who's very, handsome, he chose fists as his primary weapon. Oh, also the fists, the gauntlets say Soleil, which I believe means front, which I believe means sun. But anyway, back to the fists. For someone who's very well put together, who seems very orderly and organized, he wields a very brutal weapon, more brutal than the bat. And that kind of gives another implication as to who he is. What kind of life would you live where you have these types of eyes and your first choice of weapon are gauntlets to beat someone to death. But yeah, anyway, those are my three. For those who just popped in, it's Heathcliff, Ishmael, and Mercel. Those are my top 3 favorite character designs in Limbus Company. He's confirmed to be from N-Corp. Oh yeah, that's also another thing, but I'm mainly focusing on design right here. Like, I'm trying to avoid, like, talking about their lore, because the thing is, good character design is when you can look at a character and be like, I know what kind of character you are. Don Quixote is also a good example. She's definitely in my top 5. Don Quixote is also a good example because she seems very larger than life. She wields a giant lance, which says sueño imposible, which means impossible dream. She has a lot of, like, random knickknacks and pins on her, and patches on her outfit. So she's very, and it seems to be like, she seems to be a fan of a lot of things, if I were to assume. And like, and so on and so forth. So a big weapon, she seems very vibrant and very out there, and that definitely like correlates well to her personality. But I think what I like the most about her design is her smile. She is smiling. Her design is very out there. It's very, even though the suits lack color, she has a lot of color all over her patches and whatnot. She is very happy-go-lucky, and also, like, that smile is what's very important to me, because you look at other sinners, and also the setting of the world. You know, you got Yi-Song, you got hold on, let me look at a regular team. You got Yi-Song, you got Faust, Ryoshu, all of them, with the exception of Honglu, they are not really smiling because they are treating this as a serious job. And yet she is smiling with a bright smile of huge optimism, which is also telling of her character. And that's what I'm talking about. This is good character design. You can tell just by looking at her what kind of person she is. And we think that Mercel has distorted before his time in Limbus. Interesting. I'd say a little childish appearance for the crowd she's in. True, that's also another thing that I forgot to point out. Her design is also very childish. It's very much like, she kind of feels a little naive as well. With like this whole setting, it feels like she's like going to see the good in everything no matter what. Also, only one other character is smiling? Yes, and it's Honglu. And even his smile kind of tells something. I don't exactly know how to put it into words, but it tells something. Oh yeah, and I don't really mention the egos that often, because I want to avoid talking about egos, because that's a whole other can of worms. But even this, like, further proves, like, what I was talking about. How she has, like, a naive sense of, like, wonder and outlook on life. Honglu has more of a content smile, while Dawn seems to be actually happy. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It feels more like, yeah, Honglu's smile definitely feels different from everyone else's. The only time I truly feel like he's actually smiling is when he's doing that whole closing his eyes and smiling brightly. And even then, that might feel odd. His smile feels more like, you know, he's been dealt this hand and he can't really do anything about it, so he just accepts it, you know? If that makes sense. I can't tell if Ryoshu is giving a smirk. Yeah, Ryoshu's design is also quite interesting. Oh wow, I'm just rambling about character designs. For one, there's a constant association with the fingers in her background. There's also, like, the confidence that she carries around herself. Similar to some other character. I can't remember who. Oh, I must have been thinking of someone else from a different series. She has her suit, like, being over her shoulders, as if she's down to just drop it and just get into a fight. Or she's so confident that it would never even fall. She also doesn't feel like she's taking her job too seriously. Not in the same way that Don Quixote is, but more in the, like... What is the word? I'll probably, like, figure out words later. Especially with how she dresses. She's not even using a tie. I think... Wait, is she the only character who... She's one of only 2 characters who doesn't wear a tie. And even buttoning down her shirt, too. As in, she doesn't really care too much about dress code. So yeah, I honestly find Ryoshu's design very interesting. Maybe I should make shorts about these, like, with a proper script and, like, talking about each one. You know? But anyway, I think I'm gonna end stream now. I've definitely been, like, overexerting myself a little. Today has been a pretty good stream. I feel like we didn't really get a lot of action. This chapter is definitely more story-based in the beginning. Faust no tie? Oh yeah, I forgot Faust has no tie. Faust is also... Okay, I gotta stop before I go on another tangent. I could also talk about Faust's design, but I'm gonna be taking too much time. Yeah, you get some rest, Mumi? Yeah. But anyway, today has been a pretty interesting stream. There hasn't really been a lot of action. I think I've only, like, really used, like, 40 stamina, which is quite surprising. This has definitely been more story-based in the beginning, and... which makes a lot of sense. We kind of need build-up for, like, whatever's going on here. And I'm honestly interested to see, like, whatever else could happen, you know? I would love to know more about Heathcliff's backstory, and also what exactly happened to Catherine, because that whole situation with, like, Catherine being dead made no sense. Because the letter is kind of odd. Why didn't they mention anything about Catherine dying? Why didn't they mention... Why did Kathy put in, like, at the end of the story, like, the end of the letter, like, I'm dying? Or, like, Nellie tell Heathcliff that Catherine is sick and probably isn't going to be living for long. There's just a lot more stuff to unpack, and I would love to, like, see what goes on. And yeah, in part 4 we will find out. Alright, coolio. Come back to say good night. Good night, everyone. Ooh, good night. Sleep well, Lou. I'm about to head out too. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.